Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Cat, a place to get your burning questions answered so you and me and everyone can live the remarkable lives we all deserve. Today, I'm answering an age-old question on comparison, specifically how when we compare ourselves to other people, it diminishes our self-worth. Let's look at the question now. I know I should be happy with who I am, but I find I can't stop comparing myself to everyone. Most of the time, I feel like I don't measure up. And the most disturbing part that makes me hate myself even more is that the only way I feel even slightly adequate is when I compare myself to someone who weighs more than me or maybe is not as educated. I know this is shallow and makes me a horrible, horrible person. So why can't I be happy with me and my own journey? Why must I always compare and only like myself when I think I'm better than someone else? I'm embarrassed to admit this. This is the first time this has ever left my head. I know thinking this way is wrong. So very wrong. First thing is you're not alone, and what you're going to find out is you're not wrong either. Let's take a step back and look at the social comparison theory, which was first proposed in the 1950s. And effectively what this proposed is that even though we might think that we're talented, we're amazing, we're beautiful, we actually don't truly believe we are unless we rank or compare ourselves to someone else. Now, this is problematic for a couple different reasons. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're having a great day, everything's going well, business, relationships, yada, 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 and then you find yourself on socials. So you're scrolling through socials and then you see that one person, your nemesis, that kryptonite, that brings you down in an instant. Now, this is problematic for these two reasons. The first reason is oftentimes when we feel yucky or low, we try to bring someone else down so we can lift ourselves up. It's kind of like a false sense of self-esteem or self-security. Very problematic and can often result in very low self-esteem long term. Now, the second thing that it does, and you'll definitely know about this, is it distracts you from what's really important. You might find yourself 60 minutes later, 2 hours later on social media, and all of a sudden you know everything from her or his aunt's mother's dog's postman's friend because you've wasted all that time trying to find every single little bit about them. Total waste of time. And remember, you're comparing someone's outside life to your inside life. It doesn't work that way. So let's talk about the put it into practice for today's episode. It's 3 things that I really want you guys to focus on, and specifically, how can we approach comparison with a bit more care? The first thing is this. Ask yourself, do I actually know this person well enough to compare myself to them? If you can't call them up or send them a text or an email, you don't know them well enough, so pump the brakes, honey. Number 2, when you're actually comparing yourself to them, ask yourself, what can you learn? Can you learn something about their relationships, how they live, their health? How can you look at them and compare yourself to them so you can lift yourself up and better yourself instead of pushing yourself down? Number 3, now this one is going to need a bit of a martini because we got to go deep on this one. Ask yourself, why are you comparing yourself to them in the first place? And oftentimes, this will give you amazing insight to your own psychology. I hope this episode has been helpful because let me tell you, we all compare. We're not going to make it go away. So remember, let's try to compare with care and lift ourselves up so we can live the remarkable lives we all deserve. Until next time, toodles for now.